High was founded on family and friends, with 3 teams starting the Daytona 500. Dale Jr., Steve Park, and Michael Waltrip, a journeyman who'd never won a race in his 16-year career. Now, NASCAR's premier event would be his first race driving for his longtime friend.
Just coming to my mom's house to see Mom the day after my dad died. My phone rang and he said, "What are you doing?" I said, "I'm over here with Mom, just hanging out." He said, "I'll be there in 10 minutes. And he hadn't mentioned coming or anything, but he wanted to come and hold my mom's hand, and just say, you had a special husband. He raised these 2 boys, and these guys are a big part of my life. And so I think that meant the world to Mom, and I think it showed a lot of people in my world that he was a special person.
Maybe Earnhardt saw a friend who needed a helping hand. Or maybe he saw something in Waltrip that others did not.
Michael Waltrip.
Scraping along the wall.
Got to pin it right up against the wall.
He hit awful hard.
I had started my engine 462 times and hadn't ever been able to win a race.
That is Michael Waltrip, out of control, trial.
Time was ticking. Time was running out for me to be able to get a top ride.
When Dale put Michael in the Napa car, and everybody said, "Have you lost your mind? He's driven 400-some races and had never won a race. Why did you pick him?"
Dale always knew in his heart that Michael could drive, and he always felt like he just needed an opportunity.
That opportunity was at hand. With well wishes and good luck kisses lingering in the gasoline-scented air, engines were ready to start NASCAR's most important day.
You're watching Fox Sports, home to the World Series, Super Bowl 36, and now the 43rd running of the great American race, the Daytona 500.
It's like you get the NFL contract and your very first game is the Super Bowl.
Hi everyone, Mike Joy with the 1989 winner of this race, Darrell Waltrip, after 17 years of trying, and Larry McReynolds, who's been to victory lane in the 500 twice as a crew chief. Gentlemen,
I firmly believe with us going on the Fox network and with the amount of promotion we had done, that we were going to get a very broad audience. So that's why I would spend so much time with the camera angles, why I would spend so much time with the audio, so much time with the graphics, so that when the big audience was watching, they went, "Oh, I get it. It's not just a bunch of rednecks running around a track. This is really exciting." And I kept hearing in my head Bill France Jr. saying to me, "You've got to stress this is a sport." And so we had to lay out this wonderful picture about why everyone had fallen in love with the sport, and why they'd fallen in love with the sport were these daring young men who were going to risk everything for glory.
Gentlemen, start your engine!
Rolling thunder rose to life as NASCAR machines rolled off the starting grid. The day's events have been put into motion.
Dale Earnhardt is the most prolific restrictor plate driver in NASCAR history. 11 wins and only 52 plate starts. Today chasing his 35th total victory here in Daytona.
The plan was simple. He said, "Me and you and Dale Jr. are going to work together and win this race." Thought sounds great, but it doesn't sound very realistic. There's 40 other cars that are going to try to be messing that whole plan up.
at Daytona, you can plan who you want to run with and who you want to draft with, and then they wave the flag.
This vehicle is in. The 43rd annual Daytona 500 is set to get underway. Terry Bradshaw waves the green flag. We're racing.
When the race started, my car wasn't exactly right. It was loose, and so I needed to work on it.
Look at Mikey. He's got a handful. That's what we call a handful. When you get the wheel pulled way around there like that, he's got a handful of steering wheel.
I can't help but notice the front of the roof here on Earnhardt's car. It's like it's buffeting. It's because Rusty Wallace, the car in front of him, with that roof flap across the roof, or that roof fan, it's putting dirty air, and it's making the air on Earnhardt's car mad. It don't know what to do.
Here comes Earnhardt down the inside.
Under Marlin, 3 wide through the tri-oval.
and he almost took the nose off Marlin's car coming back up.
I believe Schrader led that lap.
He did.
Good man, Schrader.
The first 150, 70 laps, basically, I saw them, but we really there's too many cars. We never could really get together and team up.
Look at Earnhardt.
Right down to the apron to take the lead.
With Jeff Gordon pushing him in the 24 car, and Dale Earnhardt Jr. in the red car, the 8 car pushing with him.
Dale and Dale Jr. got to the front in a hurry, and I kind of rode in the middle of the pack for longer than I wanted to. Then the crew made some adjustments and made my car right. I could drive the heck out of it.
It's Michael Waltrip up the middle.
Hey, we hadn't talked about Uncle Mike all day, and there he is. Come on, buddy. Give me a chance to talk about you.
There's one time during the course of the race that all 4 of us were running 1, 2, 3, 4. Me, Dale Jr., Steve Park, and Dale.
Pretty impressive. All 3 of them DEI cars up there in the lead.
I've been in so many things in the last 25 laps. I wasn't thinking until the last couple laps and see what happens. You just try to position yourself up there where you're in that group and try to be able to make something happen, or if something happens, you can capitalize on it.
It's the big one. It's what we've all been fearing. This kind of racing is going to happen.
A horrible crash on the back straightaway that began when Tony Stewart got turned sideways against the backstretch wall number 20.
You know, it just seemed like the lid was about to bubble off of this pot here, and it just seemed like with that event, we thought maybe eliminated enough cars to make it come down to where we knew who we needed to race and how we were going to be able to accomplish this.
A lot of good cars got taken out in that big crash. And so when the cars are stopped on the racetrack over on the back straightaway, not only are we catching our breath, but so are those guys. And at the same time, they're strategizing.
We pulled to a stop on the front straightaway, and I'll be darned. I looked in my mirror, and I was leading the race. Dale and Dale Jr. were right behind me. And I thought about his plan, you know. I know he's a great race car driver and a champion, but this is crazy what he called out.
Junior was sort of philosophic. It was kind of strange because he got on the radio and told the crew, he says, no matter what else happens, he says, let's be thankful, because he said, we've had a great week, we've had a great race, and we're so lucky that we missed that crash.
I remember him coming on there, and I can't remember if it's before or as soon as the wreck happened or during the red flag, but he said, Richard, if they don't do something to these cars, it's going to end up killing somebody. That kind of always sticks. That's one of the things I can remember, and I don't remember at what point he said that, but it was after Tony's wreck.